Hello everyone, this is the ultimate beginner's guide to Palworld, giving you the best tips and tricks to get started in this game. It's kind of like a survival game similar to Ark or Valheim, so you obviously want to start by building a crafting table first. This is going to give us some tools that makes everything a whole lot easier. So you want to have your pal spheres there to be able to catch some pals, because that makes the whole thing a lot easier when you go to upgrade your bases, as well as for your own protection. The first overall goal that we have to work towards is taking over a gym, so we want to start by getting ourselves a pal. Now there's chickens, sheep, and a cat nearby, so we're just going to start with whatever you can find. You're going to be catching a lot of these, so it's not like Pokemon or any game like that where you're really consistent with your team. It's more so you want to have a lot of helpers to make sure your base can get upgraded. Speaking of upgrades, we need a lot of wood and stone, so get grinding on taking down materials. You can start with your wooden club, but there's axes and pickaxes later that help out a lot. You can also just hit it with your fists, which does a pretty good amount of damage there. Depending on what type of server you're playing on, you're going to get varying amounts of materials. And once you get the levels, make sure you spend it on your technology. This can be accessed in the menu to allow you to craft a whole lot of different things, and that's what we're working towards in our progression. The paldium fragments here are really useful because that's what we use to make our pal spheres. And speaking of pals, we're going to be working on a pal box, which is kind of like your box where you can store them, and it also sets up a base for you. So that's one of the first things we want to do. And we want to also collect more pals so that we can assign them to the base to work on different projects, which is kind of what you want to be working towards upgrading while you're working towards the gym. So we're just going to catch this one here, and with the sheep, you're going to want to catch 5 of them at least for the extra experience, but also upwards of 10 is important too. Now you can build structures, and this is the most simple structure that you can build, but it's actually pretty interesting how well it actually plays out with its construction. But we need to set up a bed next, which requires a roof, so we're just going to set up just a simple little setup here, and then go to our bed and set it up like that. I also recommend setting up pal beds nearby as you want to grow your team and have more workers around to help out. So we're just going to build a bed there. And then you can also set up a lot of different things like logging site, which is going to give us wood if you have a pal that's able to break it down. And then we again want to be building up these beds to grow our camp in size. But this is pretty much the beginning. There's a whole lot to this game. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.